Okay, today's lesson is on making equivalent fractions, and this is something we have already done, but after watching us play the equivalent fraction matching game, I think it's something we need to review. So just to review that equivalent fractions have the same value, even though they might look different. So if you look at the visual here, 1/2 is equal to 2/4 is equal to 4/8. The numbers, they look different, but actually they are the same amount of the whole. They are the same fraction of the whole number. So let's talk about why they are the same, or how we can get fractions that are equivalent. So one of the ways we do this is we're able to either multiply or divide both the top and the bottom number in order to create an equivalent fraction. So if we look at 1/2, if we times 1/2 the top by 2, so if we times 1 by 2, we're going to get 2. And if we times the bottom by 2, we're going to get 4. Same thing again, if we times 2 by 2, we're going to get 4. And if we times 4 by 2, we're going to get 8. So changing both the bottom and the top number by either multiplying or dividing, and then having doing the same to the top number, that is how you get equivalent fractions. So for this one, we have 1/3, which is equal to 3/9, which is equal to 6/27. And the reason they're equal is because you can times both the top and bottom number by the same number to get an equivalent fraction. So 1 times 3 gets me to 3. 3 times 3 gets me to 9, which means that 1/3 is equal to 3/9. Same thing as if I take that 3 and I times it by 3 again, which is going to get me, that actually should be 9. Sorry, I wrote that wrong. And then I'm timesing the 9 by 3, which is going to get me to 27. Okay, so just keeping in mind that if we're multiplying or dividing both the top and the bottom number by the same number, that's going to get us an equivalent fraction. So an example of this would be for dividing. So if I go 18/36 are the same as 6/12 are the same as 1/2, 18 over 36, well, in order to go from 18 to 6, I can divide it by 3. Do the same at the bottom, divide by 3, which is going to get me to 12. So 18/36 is equal to 6/12. That's an equivalent fraction. Okay. In order to get from 6/12 to 1/2, I could divide the top by 6 and the bottom by 6 to get me an equivalent fraction. So just a summary. Making an equivalent fraction, you make it by multiplying or dividing both, this is really important, both the top and the bottom number by the same number. You can only multiply or divide, never add or subtract to get equivalent fractions, and only divide when the top and bottom number can stay a whole number. You're not going to do a fraction, okay? So only use division if your top and bottom number can stay a whole number. This completes the lesson for today. Go ahead and work on the Google form. You're also going to be going over this with me when you come to my station. So if this is a little bit confusing for you or you just need a little extra help, I will be going over this and we will be practicing a lot at the station with me.